How to use ChatGPT to create AI programs. Hi, I'm Ruan Rajapaksa. As you all know, ChatGPT has become an immense success. Everybody's talking about it, and it has all kinds of concerns that the world would come to an end, etc. It can answer your questions. It can pass exams. It can do your homework if you are a student. Already it has passed some exams. I don't know what exams they are, but various high school level exams that it has passed. And most importantly, it can write code. It can write computer programs. So in this lecture, we will see how to write two programs using ChatGPT, AI programs. So we would look into a program based on transformer model and another one based on LSTM model. So the program one, we would create a transform-based model using TensorFlow to accept 3 variables and output 1 variable. So we would have 3 variables in the first program, and the second program also have the same. We could use any number of variables. We could use 1 variable input and 1 variable output, like in the stock market analysis. So I just picked 3, not too high and not too low. So the one program is based on transformers, the other one is based on long short-term memory, LSTM. So this is the overview how to do this. So the step 1 is understand the parameters needed. So you have a problem that you need to solve, so you have to understand the parameters needed. And the step 2 is to formulate the problem. So you have to formulate the problem, and then you can, step 3, you can give the problem to ChatGPT and test with your data. So let's look at example 1. So we are trying to predict flood levels in a river. When a river is flooding, the water level has gone up. That's why it's flooding. When the water level goes up above the banks, then it would flood. So water level is a very important parameter. And the other one is rainfall data. So we are going to give rainfall data as input, 1. And then we are going to give water level in a station in the river that we take measurements. And we have 2 stations. So station 1 and station 2 and the rainfall data. So this is what we input, and then we want to get the output at a location that the flood could normally happen. So that's the prediction. The flood doesn't happen everywhere in the river. There are certain locations that flood mostly happens, and we are going to find that location, and we would predict that. So this is what it's going to look like.
From monsoon rains in India,
a flood.
A busy city into a raging river, to an incredible video of
water is flooding over here at a location. So that would be a good location to predict the water elevation. So this is our station 1, this is our station 2. So these locations we would take the measurements, and this location we would predict. So we would take the measurements today and we would predict what the water level here would be based on the rainfall data, what the water level would be at this location where the flood could normally happen. So that's what the formulation of the problem, and we are going to tell ChatGPT the following. Give me a TensorFlow program utilizing transformer model to accept 3 parameters. We said 3 parameters. It could be 2, it could be 1, doesn't matter, and output 1 parameter. So we are specifying that we need TensorFlow, not some other program. There are other programs like PyTorch, but in this case we are specifically saying give me a TensorFlow program, and utilizing transformer model. We need it to be based on transformer model because that has been the most successful model so far, and ChatGPT itself uses transformer model. And to accept 3 parameters and output 1 parameter. So that's the crux of the problem. So now we go to ChatGPT. Let's see how to. So we could say go to Google, and we could say ChatGPT, and so let me get the screen to where it should be. And I have to log into ChatGPT, and I need a minute for this. Okay, now we are here. So this is OpenAI, and ChatGPT is here, and I'm going to click on that, and then at the bottom you would see a box like this, and that's where we are going to give the message. So we are going to say give me a TensorFlow program to accept 3 variables and output 1 variable using, what do we say, transformer model. So that's what we are going to tell ChatGPT, and we see what happened now. Now it's okay, it's giving me a program. So it's keep writing the code here. It's a little bigger than I expected, but we'll see. Okay, then this is the answer. So this is my question. Give me a TensorFlow program to accept 3 variables and output 1 variable using transform model. And it says, sure, here's an example. TensorFlow program that uses a transform model to accept 3 variables as input and output 1 variable. So it's importing the TensorFlow library, good. And then it imports the Keras, these libraries. Adam is the optimizer. Dense is that all the nodes are connected to each other. And the error, the loss function, is mean squared error. So it tells you all the parameters. And here's the padding. Padding is when you take a tokenizer and some words are longer than others. So you have to tokenize it, pad it. And then, so it's a definition transform model input, and there is the dimension. And these all the parameters as given. The relu is the activation function it's taken, and here it's again dense, and input data has to be in a array like this. We could see the 3 variables here, and they are using some random numbers here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and you could put your data here. Now I could have specified, give me improve the program to accept an Excel spreadsheet, and they can do that too. And then output data is 1 variable. So for 1 2 3 the output is 10 20 30. There is just that they just show what it is. And pad the input sequences, maximum square length, maximum. So this is the padding sequence. So they do that. And here it's a transformer model. And Adam optimizer, we saw that they are using that mean absolute error. So, and then the test input, they're testing with 1, 2, 3. We could give our numbers here, and then the padding is out, and then the prediction is done. And then it says in this program, now you could give your input. You could give there's only 3 sets of data. There could be 1,000 sets of data. It doesn't matter. And so, as I said, we could ask it to accept Excel program. We can do that and see what happens. So it says in this program, the input data consists of 3 variables represented by the input data list, and the corresponding outputs it represented by the output data list. Then it talks about the pad sequences. That is, the padding is bring all the tokenized words to the same length. And then it's the transform model, and using fully connected layers. We saw that they use dense. You can modify this function to create more complex transform model based on your requirements. The model is compiled with an optimizer, loss function, and metrics. It's then trained using the fit function, and early stopping is used. So basically, it just explains what normally everybody knows in AI. So I didn't run this program. I'm sure it would work. So isn't that amazing? I mean, it's just amazing. You know, all what I can do. I'm flabbergasted. This is amazing. I just told it to write a program in TensorFlow using transform model, give 3 variables, and give output is 1, and it just did it in 2 seconds. It's just amazing. Thanks a lot for listening, and I hope you understand how to do this now. Thank you again.